Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing episode number 35, I believe, of I Build Your Teams, series where I build my viewers' teams to the best teams possible for my team unlimited and or competitive play, based on how much MT they have and what their squad is currently looking like. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's discuss. So, starting off with this first team here, Detroit has only 18,000 MT and a team that I wouldn't sit here and say is unbelievably great. SGA, Chris Middleton, Evan Mobley, he finished those agendas. He did Bill Russell's bold grind as well as Steph's. Has Tyler Hero from locking in the set. That is very unlucky, unless you got that card pulling him. I don't know. Regardless, this is a team without much MT, nor it doesn't look like anything sellable or anything like that. My guess is if you have a team like this, you probably spend your MT on packs. Which, if that's the case, stop doing that. First and foremost, at this point in the year, if you are trying to build a good team without spending money, your best bet each week is to not spend your money on packs. Now, I have done it a couple times, but I personally would, not money, MT, I should say. But I have spent some MT on packs in the last few weeks, and it hasn't been awfully horrible. But I think with a team like this, number one, you have to build some MT, because there are now good buyable cards dropping every single week. Guys like Amin Thompson, Jeremy Sohan from the last drop are really, really good. A big like Artist Gilmore from a couple weeks ago is huge. Being able to buy a buyable card or two each week at a very minimum as a no money spent player is not hard to do if you're just smart with your MT and save it, exchange it. Whatever you get from earnings, swap with cards in your collection to sell. Like, just make as much MT as you possibly can in all those different ways. And I think as a whole, you will be in a good situation. Right now, though, you can't change this team. You say, well, I don't know what to change. You really can't. There's not a ton you can really do. Now, you can go grind for a Bam Adebayo for free. He's a good card, good free card. Gives you another good free big. I think he would replace a guy like Aaron Gordon for you, probably. Probably he's better than Evan Mobley. I would personally start Bam at the 4, probably Bill at the 5, Evan Mobley off the bench with Jokic right now anyway. This is the type of team where if you could say up to 42,000 MT for Jeremy Sohan, he's going to be a big upgrade at the point guard position for you over a guy like Steph. I don't love Tyler Hero at the backup shooting guard either, but right now there's not anybody you can buy right now that'll help. So I guess you can use him there, but I think Sohan gives you a lot more size and defense off the bench, which will help. Grinding for that Bam Adebayo for free will be nice. Even a free Dominique Wilkins would be another good free card to grind for over Tyler Hero. Actually, that's 2 free cards right there. And if you could do that and then just work on saving MT for Season 7 so that you can buy a better viable card, get a good Opal, get Artist Gilmore, whatever the case may be, that'll help this team a lot. Now, second squad today comes in from Darius. He's sitting at 85,000 MT. He's just wondering what my opinion is. He says he has Clyde. If you have Clyde, I understand the idea of more defense at point guard, but Clyde is bigger than both Drew Holiday and Gary Payton and way better than them all the way around. It is not close. He's better than him defensively too, by the way, because he's got the bigger player, but I do think he actually is going to compete more on the defensive end as well. To me personally, this is a no-brainer. Start Clyde, bring Drew Holiday off the bench if you want, and then your team is going to be better automatically. Now, after that, yes, you should be saving MT. But the fact that you don't have Clyde Drexler in this lineup right now is absolutely ridiculous to me. And that's like kind of unacceptable almost. He is the best point guard in the game, arguably. And not using him is crazy to me, legitimately. Like, I understand your position, but I don't know. I would definitely put him in the lineup. I think he's going to be a big upgrade. Outside of that, there's not a ton else you can do with 85k MT. Like, you can save for a guy like Artist Gilmore. Again, would be an upgrade at center, slide Kwame to the 4. But I don't think it's necessary right now, and I think saving for Season 7 is probably a great idea. This dude says he can get to 400k, and he started playing 2 days ago. This is probably some Park player who just came to my team is going to be my guess. I don't know that for sure, but that's my guess based on his gamer tag. This dude does have an okay team, although his bench is not organized well. For 2 days ago, it's just all free cards, right? So he's got Clyde, Chris. Every card here is a free card or a locker code. That Jokic was free for the locker code, all that type of stuff. Now, what you can do, and I'm going to try with a team like this to basically just build you a full lineup with free cards. Or not a full lineup, but you said you can get to 400k MT. So we're going to use that 400k in this team a little bit to really build out a base squad. Because you want to make sure you have a really good base squad first in my team before you do much else. Like Rudy Gay can go there. Bam Adebayo can go here. Off the bench, you go Mobley at the 4. Jokic at the 5. Let's see what other cards do you have on this team that you could use. Jaden McDaniels is pretty good. That Brunson, Maxey, Halliburton are all mid, honestly. I would say Drew Holiday's probably better than all of them. I kind of agree with that. So Holiday off the bench as point guard for... Actually, you could afford to just buy Jeremy Sohan. He's 42K. That's the easiest option there for point guard, honestly. Backup shooting guard, the problem is you do need some shot creation. You don't really have that. Like Middleton provides a little more shot creation off the bench, considering Clyde and Rudy can both create for themselves in the starting lineup. So maybe you buy a filler 3-and-D shooting guard right now. I'm not even entirely sure who to put in there right now. But then obviously Artis Gilmore at center is like a must-have, I think, in terms of a buyable card. He is, in my opinion, one of the most must-have cards in the game still. I guess that free Dominique would be a good card from grinding there, and you can put him here. And then there's a million small forwards that you can run as a backup small forward. It's just like an option. Like you have Aaron Gordon right now for free. Plug him in there. He will be good for the time being. This base team right here, you buy two cards, Jeremy Sohan and Artis Gilmore. You got a 10-man lineup right here with some size, some versatility, some switchability, and you're 2 days into the game. Like, this is a really good team, and then you go right back to saving because you spent less than 200K MT between Artis Gilmore and Jeremy Sohan. You go right back to saving your MT and get yourself ready for Season 7, where you'll be able to probably, if you grind the game, be able to lock in the set within the first couple of days. So that's pretty easy there for that squad. Next team is Derek. Says he needs a Dark Matter center over 7 foot. You do not need a Dark Matter center over 7 foot. You need Artis Gilmore. I promise. That's the guy. Try him. Put a 3-point shoe on him. Get used to his release. And use him, because that's the guy you need. Unfortunately, missing out on Mutombo is tough. I know a lot of people didn't know you had to get all the salary cap players. Now y'all know for the future. I tried to remind people early in the season, but not everybody heard me. My reminder, so unfortunately, that is what it is. This team is good, though. If you could get Artis Gilmore, you can put him at the starting 5, and then you can bring Akeem off the bench, slide Kwame to the 4, slide Amari to the 3, slide Tatum to the 2, or if you want to keep Kobe in there, you could take Amari out of the lineup, and that's really the only area you need to change. Right now, your best option is Artis Gilmore, though, outside of a non-gambling center. 100%, he's the easiest option. He's only 126K. Just do that, and it will help your team a ton. Second to last team today is from Benjamin Lee. Says he has 200K MT, has Dark Matter Jimmy in his collection, I guess, and then he needs a bit more to lock in the Stratosphere set. Would it be worth? Here's the thing about the Stratosphere set. It is by far the most worth it set. That's the LaMelo Ball, Dr. J, Kawhi, Chris Bosh, Kwame Brown, and Jonathan Isaac set. All 6 of those cards are really, really good cards, and every single one of them would help your team. Even Chris Bosh would be an upgrade as one of your big men. I think Bam, Bill Russell, and Chris Bosh are all on a pretty similar level, but you could use them back up 5 if you want over Mobley. I think he's better than Mobley as a whole. Honestly, like, there's a bunch of good cards, though, and I think Bosch would be your worst option, but he still will help your team. And then all of the other ones, like Dr. J and Julius Erving, would be your automatic best shooting guard. LaMelo replaces Dyson Daniels. I don't know why you're playing Dyson Daniels over SGA. Maybe you're just a Dyson fan, so if that's the case, go for it. But for me, I would definitely put him in there. I think Vince is better than Iggy, maybe better than Middleton, but definitely better than Iggy to me, in my opinion. But if you get Dr. J, that replaces both of them. Jonathan Isaac's your new best small forward. Kwame is your new best power forward. Like, any of those guys would be huge upgrades. So to me, that actually makes a lot of sense. But I will say, I don't know if Clyde is still, I don't think Clyde is still available anymore, actually, which is unfortunate. But I would have recommended to get Clyde Drexler because he would help your team. But unfortunately, I don't think that's available anymore. And yeah, that's about it for right now. Dominic has 410K MT, wondering what to do with it. This is a team, again, where you can buy a couple cards that'll help you out a lot. Like a Jeremy Sohan over Harden backup PG. Gives you more size and versatility defensively. Then you can swap maybe Middleton, and a free card like Wiggins is going to be an upgrade. A free card like Bam Adebayo is probably going to be a power forward upgrade. Buying an Artis Gilmore at center is going to be a buyable upgrade there. Small forwards, there's a million options you can use. If you want to use Paulo and Braun, that's totally fine. But there's a ton of options. But, like, again, it's the same cards that I'm recommending. Free cards like Bam Adebayo, Dominique Wilkins, that are not hard to grind, don't take super long, and are good, super solid options. Just in general, there's a lot of good cards and a lot of good options. 42,000 MT point guard Jeremy Sohan is really good. If you want to spend a little more, you can go get Amin Thompson, also really good, just as good as Sohan, maybe a little better. I don't know. Depends on personal preference. Artis Gilmore's better than both your centers by far. I know it's kind of similar recommendations for most of these squads, but that's because those are the main things you can do without gambling. And unfortunately, that is one of the things that I will say has kind of hurt this series, is the gambling-only content has made it so there are a lot less options for me to recommend at certain positions. But hopefully, still am able to help out a lot of y'all squads here each and every week, and I hope y'all did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.